Greetings. So we're going to do something today for a little bit of a change. We're going to put into some exercises to do at home, particularly through these trying times where you may not be able to get out. And we're going to try doing some homework with props. So the props we're going to use today are our tins of various products, beans and tomatoes. They weigh the same. And we're going to use some 1.5 litre, which is 1.5 kilos of weight in a bottle, water bottle. So we can use chairs on different angles, cushions, and we've got bands and straps for pull-ups and so on. So watch through, see what you can use, and this is always a good way of experimenting whether you want to go get anything for weights down the track. So we're just going to gently start to move. This is a good workout if you've already been for a walk or you've done your cardio, and this is where we're going to start building some muscle. If you're new to building muscle, then you just take it slow, start light and start to build heavier. With the lighter weights that we're using today, you can get up to 15 to 20 reps. Heavier weights, if you're using weights that you've already got, then obviously you'll be going heavier with less reps. So just start gently breathing and moving. Always important to check in with how you feel. Every day is a little different, and you may be able to move the body slightly differently from when you last did this, when you've been doing this a little while. So you want to check in with how you're feeling, making sure that the breath is smooth and gentle, it's not ragged, and that you follow the breath constantly. Okay, so we've got the shoulders going for posture here, warming up through the upper shoulders and upper back. And we're going to start to bring the legs in. So we're going to start to move, walking on the spot, swinging the arms. Hold yourself now with posture. So firm up through your belly, round off through your shoulders, and have a gentle squeezing action of your scapula or your shoulder blades behind you as you swing the arms like you're wandering on down the road. Great. And from that movement, you're going to start to do something with the legs a little bit more energetically. You're going to press out in front, pull the toes back. So heel tap with the toes pulled up, working through your shins there, warming up through your shins. Maybe you can bring the opposite arm up. So now you're working through the brain left and right, a little bit of brain gym. Good. Let the elbows be soft. You don't want to be holding the limbs rigid. We want to create some nice soft flow so the energy can move. And again, postural muscles, chest up, scapula squeezed, firm through the belly, soften through the knees, beautiful. And then just start to go side to side. So you've got a two-step. Good. And then we're going to bring one arm out, one arm out, one arm out, and one arm out. Good, and then let's take it into singles. Big circle. Deep breathing. Nice. From that movement, I'm going to turn sideways so that you can see. Tap toe behind as you press the arms forward. So lean from your hips to counterbalance. Tap back, tap forward. Good, tapping. And from that movement, you're going to take one leg out behind and curtsy. That's it. Little soft movement, bending the leg. Excellent. Keeping the chest up, soften that back foot. Nice. And then keep that going and bring the arms in. So you've now got a squeezing, hugging feeling. Draw in, creating to use your shoulders, your arms, and your chest muscles. Keep it going. Slow the breath down. Nice. A few more. And then come to a stop. Shrug it out. Gently release. It's a little bit of cardio there just to warm up before we start to work and isolate some muscles. So we're going to put these down and bring up one bottle, bring it in, and pull it up and down. So you want to be pulling up and resisting away. So Try to ease the weight down as you come down. Elbows lead up. Breath either way. Try to slow the breath down as the elbows lead and you slow down. Good. Couple more. This is working your trapezius muscle below the neck, around the top of the shoulders. Beautiful. And a couple more. Lovely. And then take yourself down. Putting that away, we're going to go to what I've got on the door hinge here on the handles. I've got a stretchy band, which you may have at home, or something that you trust to lean on. So we're going to do some rowing action. So I'm going to lean back, straighten my arms, pull through with my chest. So I'm pulling and pulling myself up and down as I lean through the door handle. Good. So that's done with something solid. Sometimes you can use a towel. Here I'm just using a yoga band strap. Now if you've got something stretchier, then obviously that's not going to work because you're going to go all over the place. But this time you pull the band to you, pulling in and back, pulling in and back. Breathing, squeezing, again, posture muscles, scapula behind, pull and push, pull and push. Good. Excellent. And hold that last one, squeezing in, gently release and bring it down. Okay. Coming from that movement, we're going to need a chair. So find yourself a chair and picking up our, in this case, bottles. Roll your shoulders back, sit nice and tall through, feet are found a firm foundation, knees are slightly apart, and then buttocks are ground. Maybe wiggle around a little bit to feel quite secure on the chair. Spine tall, and you're going to simply press up and resist on the way down. So you want to be easing up, easing down. So try not to lock out the arms completely. Keep them elbows slightly bent, and as you get up there, you might be a fraction pause as you come back down. Pressing up, resisting, resisting on the way down. So again, keeping the shoulders away from the ears, spine nice and tall. Think about sitting up nice and tall. Weight on both sides of the buttocks and find somewhere in there to breathe. Feel what you're feeling. Think about what you're achieving here. This is for your shoulders, front and chest and arms. Tone the tummy in a little bit and you'll feel it through there also. Great. Couple more. So I tend to try and work about 10 to 15 because we're working with light weights. But if you're feeling this, stop anytime you need to. Shrug out the shoulders, take a breather, and we'll carry on. Good. Let's finish it here. Bend forward. Come to the front edge of your chair. Now watch me for the first few reps because I don't want you straining your neck to see me as you do it. So I'm going to come forward and lay my belly along my thighs and shrug my shoulder blades together, and then I'm going to take this out from behind my calves, ankle area, and out to the side. Breathing in, breathing out. So we want to have a little squeeze at the top of the shoulder blades and lower down under a little bit of resistance. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Remember to squeeze, lower, squeeze, lower. Really nice movement for giving you nice caps on the tops of your arms there. And when you have a little bit more arm shape and shoulder shape, makes your waist look a little bit smaller. Pressing up, pressing down, pressing up, pressing down. Good, a few more. So always good to analyze what you need to work on. depending on what shape your body is, apple, pear, or boy, straight up and down. And then you can work to enhance. I'm not going to change the bone shape, but you're going to start to build, maybe chiseled a little bit more. Good. And last few. And then to come up, put your hands down, dumbbells or weights down, lean on your knees and come up with the whole body. Shrug it nice and loose. Good. And from there we'll just add a simple stretch down the side, leaning down the chair, turning the frontal chest up, top back chest back. And other side, down the back of the chair, reach up, reach over. Good. So we're going to work now into the backs of the arms, triceps. So you could come to the front of your chair here, lengthen forward, let the weight stay on your chair with your arms, and dip down. So this is about level 2. So if this is too intense, you can do the same thing from the floor with your elbows behind you and lift, beginner's level. That's still a little easy for you. You want to increase it, then you can put your feet up onto something, still have your elbows behind, and do it from here with the bottom on the floor, or do it with the bottom off. Straight up and down. Good. Working through your triceps. So choose one of those and let's do a set. If you've already done one set, have a break and we'll do another set. So this is the mid-range. Remember, ease into it, up and down without locking the arms. Keep the elbows slightly bent, squeezing the elbows towards each other, shoulders soft and down, and breathe. Good. And gently, wherever you are, on the floor or sitting, come back. And we're going to work the arm again from a slightly different angle. So we need our weight. We want to take a big lunge. Place your feet apart. Come down and lean on the front. Don't lean on the knee, but just above. And bring this elbow up. So it's a little chicken wing movement. We want to squeeze the elbow in. Look down at the floor once you've seen what I'm doing. And then extend that arm, keeping the elbow bent. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Holding the elbow towards the side of your body, not towards the camera. So not towards what you're looking at. Don't take it that way. Take it back behind you. So the elbow stays up, the shoulder stays down, and there's that slight squeezing action at the shoulder blades. Leaning, maybe you can lean on your elbow, but you want to try and keep the two sides of your chest muscles, shoulders even to the floor. Couple more. Lovely. And release. Hold at the top there for a few seconds if you can. Bring it down. Shrug out. Change it over. So first position the feet. Into a lunge. Bend through the back. Bend through the front leg. Press through the back leg. Hinge at the hips. Either palm on or elbow on, but don't let it twist you. Keep your chest facing to the floor. Hold your elbow in. Press your chest forward and then start to straighten and bend. Remember, you're squeezing the elbow up and into the side of the body. So the only thing moving is the forearm, hand, and what you're holding. Keeping the head down, reaching through the back foot and out through the front of your crown area. Good, a few more. Nice. And gently release. Bring yourself up. And we're going to do one more for the tricep. I'm going to sit so you can see me. And you can hold it up behind you and down the back of you. And then it's simply up and down. I quite like to hold it that way. Drop in, keeping my thumbs pointing down. And squeezing the elbows towards each other. lengthen and lower, under control again. So you're getting into your tricep, but from a different angle. So when you have nice, tight, taut arms, they're more efficient for a start, but they also have that nice appearance of some tone. Good, couple more. And straighten the arm, bring your arms forward, bring it down under control. Bring yourself up. We're going to go into what's called pec deck. So this is for the chest. Sitting nice and tall, bring your elbows up to the height of cowboy surrender, and then squeeze your elbows and forearms towards each other, and back out, and squeeze, and back out. Good. So make sure you've got a good grip of whatever you're holding, and work from your chest, squeezing and opening. Now, if you're a computer person and you're at the sitting all day, you might want to do this one from a bent position and work a little bit more your postural muscles. You're still working the same action, but you're getting a little bit more of a postural squeeze. Remember, the scapula, shoulder blades come together as you do your pec squeeze. So each you might want to do one of those, one set of those, and one set of the postural ones. Inhaling and exhaling. Great, couple more. And continuing into that whole upper body, while we're still in the chair, you're going to bring yourself forward. And again, this is one you need to look at me before you go into it so that you're not straining your neck. I'm going to lay my belly along my legs, let my arms lengthen, keep the weight behind my shins, and then come out to the side and down. Coming up and down, up and down. Squeezing, releasing, squeezing, releasing. Keeping looking at the floor with the neck nice and long, thinking about working from your scapula, your shoulder blades out, keeping those elbows soft. Press and pull, press and pull. And aiming to get at least 12, 15, maybe if the weight's nice and light, you can work you can work harder and get a few more reps out. If the dumbbells or the weights or whatever you're using is starting to fatigue you, squeeze out a few more before you give up. Good. Let's do 2 and 1. And let's hold the last one, squeeze it up there, gently bring it down. Walk the legs apart, bring your hands either onto your elbows or forward extension. If this is really hard, you can't get to the floor, you might be able to bring the bottles in front of you and reach forward and keep the hands off the floor so that you can work through your shoulders. Giving yourself a nice forward extension. Beautiful. So we're going to take those now. I've set up here for an incline movement. So when you have something on an angle like this, you work your entire chest. Really good for giving you cleavage and working through your pecs, the muscles under your breast area. So we're going to go down. Lean yourself up against that prop chair, and I've got a bolster, but you might be able to find some cushions that you can lean on. Bend the knees, support the head, bring your hands up, and we'll do 2 movements. The first one is simply a press. So you're going to bring the elbows back, press away, elbows back, press away. So you want to again inhale, squeeze as you exhale. Little bit of a pause at the top. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Great. How's that feel? Good. And from that movement, let's go into a fly. So you can have a little break, then come back up. That was your break. Elbows out to the side. Hold yourself again with the shoulders down and open out to the side to your level of where they'll go, and then squeeze together. Open, inhale, and squeeze together. Open, squeeze. Under control, with breath, with awareness, hopefully with a smile. You want to be enjoying what you do so that you come back and do it again and again and again and again and again. Good. And last time. Excellent. Bring them down. Shrug through the shoulders. We're going to do one last area, and it's the back and the buttocks. So you need a cushion or a couple of cushions or a bolster, and lengthen yourself forward so that you can have your hips on the bolster or the cushion. Put your head down and then ease yourself up. So the closer the cushion is towards your rib end, the more you'll be able to get your knees down and work your back. So it's up and down, up and down. And then see if you can do it without using the hands, keeping the feet down, knees down optional, up and down. Using these muscles along the side, multidiferous, round side of your spine. Keeping the face level with the floor. Let's hold the last one up. Squeeze, squeeze, and slowly down. If you're only just getting off the floor, that's good enough too. And then bring the hands under the forehead. Forearms on forearm. Let the head relax. Release through your shoulders. Give yourself a little wiggle. And then press up. Push onto your hands, onto your knees. Stretch your buttocks back. This is a good place to put a bit of yoga in. Maybe you can get your bottom to your heels, but if not, then bring your heels towards your bottom and do a nice forward extension stretch. Forehead down. By all means, build something up. Put your head on. Feels nice and cold. Roll your shoulders back and down. Maybe stay on your fingertips so that you're not collapsing through your shoulders. Widen the knees wide enough to get your ribs down if you're a little more flexible. And just settle in and relax. A few breaths here, then we're going to just lightly give a few stretches. Good. So we've extended through, stretched through your lower back and your upper chest. Now you can either sit in a chair or stay sitting cross-legged on the floor, your choice. And let's do some shoulder stretches. So release through the shoulders again, posturally, thinking up nice and tall. Bring one arm across the body, hook it with the opposite hand, elbow, forearm, and gently pull. So you've either got the hand, elbow, forearm, and release the shoulder down. And if you want a little bit more intensified for the neck, look back over the shoulder that you're stretching, using the leverage of the opposite hand to pull gently. Take a deep breath in and return everything through center. Let's do the other side. Take the arm up, over, and then use what you need, where you need, keeping that shoulder down. Lightly apply some pressure and intensify with turning the head. Deep breath in and out. Good. And gently release to the front. Shrug it out again. And then we're going to stretch out your tricep. So take the hand behind. I'm just going to turn side on so you can see. First level is just to get the elbow up. And then we want to use the opposite hand to gently pull the elbow towards the head and behind. All levels of ability here, so don't be forcing yourself to try and look the same. Just gently work with it. Couple of deep breaths, inhaling, fill the belly and the ribs. As you exhale, soften into it. See if you can get that arm closer and further back. Stretching out your tricep shoulder. Gently come out the way you went in. Release the arm, bring the arm down. A couple of little gentle nudges, and the other side. So the arm goes up, hand goes down. I'm trying to get my little pinky side towards my spine, and then I use this arm as a leverage. So I'm pulling up and back, trying to keep both buttocks down. Keeping the weight through both sides keeps my ribs even, pelvis even. Deep breath in, there where you are. And release and gently relax. Good, and then let's take the hands back behind and see if we can either hold interlinked or grip through the fingers or maybe the wrist, and then lift up. So whichever one of those you've got, see if you can extend back and lift. And for those of you that are a little more flexible through the shoulders, maybe you can add a forward extension, tucking the chin, pulling those arms up. And you might even be able to wiggle them gently side to side. Remember, always listening to what's going on in your shoulders, not forcing, not pushing. Just work with ease and breath. And gently bring yourself up. Let's add a side bend into the movement, pressing down the chair, reach over, breathing into the ribs, either looking forward or up. Breathe in before you come up. And exhale, other side. Always a lovely feeling to stretch something out. The body really responds and enjoys it. And turning the head to whatever level feels right, reaching into the fingertips, pressing down on your support arm, both buttocks, and reaching with the top arm. Inhale to come up, and let's just do a simple twist. So knees over ankles, lift up tall, grab what you can of the chair, might be able to take it right round to the other side of the seat, and then lift tall and turn your torso, then the face. Don't be pulling on the face until you then bring the shoulders around. Make sure you've got the belly and the shoulders turning, then the face. And if you just want to keep looking forward or side on, that's perfectly fine too. Other side. Deep breath in, lift up, placement, grab something, turn from the belly, chest and shoulders, and all the way around. And you may not even get as far on this side. Deep breath in, lift, and exhale back to the front, releasing. Great. So that was our upper body. We're going to work next time with the lower body using broom or golf stick and some tins in bags to weigh down and use for squats. And then we're going to do another program for abdominals. So I hope you can join us for that.